Wow, guys. So I just shot your throat chakra video, but it got cut off at like a 5 minute mark. So I'm going to try to say what I channeled in that message, but that's so annoying when that happens. Is Mercury in retrograde? I think it is. So it's messing with tech right now, obviously. But I already started the message. It was 5 minutes in. It was really good. So I'll try to remember what was said. But the first card that you got for your throat chakra is you are safe with the bat energy. And then we got the raccoon, stay curious. And this is number 17. What I was getting with these two cards, if I can remember, was that both of these animals seem a bit cut off. They seem a bit, I don't know, I just heard the word splice. That's interesting. I don't know what that word means. I have to look that up, splice. Anyways, these animals typically are hidden away, or they come out at night, or you have to seek them, right? With this coming out for the throat chakra, this feels as though you all or someone here might be struggling with being heard, with being seen, with being felt. Because what a lot of people don't say with the throat chakra, which I believe, is that a lot of people who have closed throat chakras, meaning they are unable to speak their truth in whatever way that looks like, is because they feel like they won't be felt. They feel like they won't make a difference with their voice. Oh, it's for nothing. If I say something, it's like talking to a brick wall. We've all heard those like little sayings, and over time that becomes our doctrine, right? We become hidden away. We tuck ourselves away, our voices, our opinions, our thoughts, our curiosity, as the card says. We keep it all away. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Because sometimes this could be as something as small or as grand, depending on how you look at it, as someone going up to someone saying, "Hi, you look really nice today," or "Oh my God, where did you get those earrings?" or "Wow, I would love to take you out on a date." All like little things and big things, we start to struggle to speak our truth, right? We start to struggle with that throat chakra. This could be saying something to someone who's been crossing a boundary in your life, who's been taking advantage of you, who has been maybe even raising their voice, and you've been struggling to say, "Hey, I would love to hear what you have to say, but I need you to say it in a tone that I can accept, that I can receive." This could be anything. This could be at work where someone keeps, or I'm even seeing like someone cutting you in line, right? And you're not saying, "Hey, that was rude," or "Excuse me, there's a line." Something like that, right? It goes little and then it gets bigger and bigger, where it even spreads to different parts of your life. So if you're unable to say even to a stranger that they've upset you or crossed a boundary or been rude to you in some way or affected you in some way, then guess what happens at home? Guess what happens in your relationship? Guess what happens at work? Guess what happens with speaking to the universe, to your angels about your requests and things like that. So practice this, and this feels like you need to start practicing this in small ways, because we got the Knight of Pentacles. And Knight of Pentacles is about small but steady actions, right? Slow and steady actions. So you can start by that line, right? If you're on a line, let's say, and someone cuts in front of you in the line and saying, "Excuse me, that was rude. Can you please get in the back of me? There's a line. I've been waiting here, blah, blah." Or this can be something as small as saying to someone, if you're like in a store and you need help with finding something, and you're like looking around like, "Oh, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to bother them. I don't want to da-da-da." Start using your voice. Start taking slow action. Start putting small steps, small things that are not too intimidating, so you can start raising that throat vibration, right? Raising your vibration in that way and giving power to yourself, giving the power back to yourself in some way. So let's pull some more tarot for the throat chakra, please. For the throat chakra. Okay. Got a few cards. So we got the Six of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, like I said, small actions, right? And the Pentacles showing up here, the Knight of Pentacles and even the Ace is about the physical, right? It's about the tangible. So this is why I said take small actions, because you'll see tangible results sooner, rather than saying, no, I'm gonna wait for my moment. I'm gonna wait till they say something and then I'm gonna like strike at them. What happens is you get to that moment, you get to that situation where you're like, I'm gonna confront this person. I'm gonna say what I feel. And then they get there, or you get in front of them and your mind goes blank, or your palms start to sweat, or you're in your head and you can't get no words out, or you just straight feel afraid, right? Like the fear sets in. So this feels as though that's why you need to take small like baby steps, right? To get there. And whatever this situation is, because it can be anything, so apply it to your life. We have the Six of Pentacles, and then we have the Empress. At the bottom of the deck, I see we have the Fool. So clearly there's a need to start taking steps towards like putting effort into raising the vibration of your throat chakra, because a lot of you, this has been a long time, right? This has been, you've been practicing not speaking your truth for a long time. I'll put it that way, right? Because this is not to say shame on you. This is not to shame you or make you feel bad about anything. That's not my style. But it's more so about saying that you've put practice into not being heard. Now you need to put practice into being heard. You need to find your way into speaking your truth. And that can take one day, that can take several days, that can take several months. It's not supposed to be about the time. It's supposed to be about the effort with these cards showing up. And just know that you'll have success at it. You'll be surprised at how people respond to you if you are able to speak your truth in a way that's more in line with yourself, rather than, because people can pick up when you're full of crap or when you're not, because even silence is like detectable, right, as bullshit, or like you're not being honest, right? Silence can come across as that too, especially if the other person is like, you've been involved in this tug of war or whatever for a long time. They know how to keep you silent. They know what to say to shut you up, right? And so you have to learn. I'm hearing, oh gosh, I don't know. I'm hearing the word squeak. So don't be offended by that. I think what they're saying, the guys are saying like squeaking. I know squeaking is usually a term we use for like mice or like something like that, like a squeak, a squeal, right? But I think what they're saying is that we just need to practice slowly but steady speech. like I said, all the examples I gave you about saying little things to even strangers before you get to that person who you want to have that big conversation with. Even if this is like a boss and you plan on asking them for something or setting a boundary with them, but the fear is gripping. The fear won't let you do it. Start small. Start with being in a store, asking for what you want. Start with mirror talk, right? So you can stand in your mirror and you can speak your truth over and over and over again, whatever that truth is, over and over and over again, almost like you're rehearsing for a speech. Some of you, that might be your truth. You might be getting ready to be on a stage or to speak your truth in some way, and whether it's a small audience or a large audience. But the fear is gripping you. The fear is entangling you somehow. It's like strangling your throat chakra and keeping you silent. So that's why your guides are saying like slow but steady actions. Slow but steady actions. You don't have to have the dictionary, or remember, you don't have to practice a speech in the sense that then I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to tell them this, and then I'm going to remind them of this. That's not the kind of action your guides is suggesting. They're suggesting that you, when that moment comes, first of all, once you have been practicing things when that moment comes, you're already, the authenticity of your actions, of your heart, of everything aligning in that moment is going to come out the best way, no matter what. Because you've already, this has already been in your heart. You've already wanted to voice this. You just needed practice. You needed time. You needed the confidence. You needed the willpower and all that. This is why the chakras are so important to be aligned, because everything plays into another. So when I say speaking from the heart, that's if your heart is open to it. If you have been practicing having that heart chakra open, then the throat would start to would support the heart, right? And so with the sacral, so with the solar plexus, so with the root, right? So put in effort into speaking your truth. Final messages, Spirit guides. Final messages. Final messages. Okay. So we have the energy of prepare to be astounded. This is what I said. I think a lot of you might be surprised at how you received. I think your mind is telling you that the worst will happen, and I don't think that's the truth. Do something new. Do something new, something different. Exactly. This is about, like, stop rehearsing things in a way that's like rehearsing the outcomes. You don't know what the outcome is going to be, and you also don't know how that situation will respond. So do something different in the meantime, right? Like, I'm laughing because of this card. This card is so funny. Hubba hubba. So I'm looking at the back of this card. That's why I was silent. And it says, expect a lot more of it. So it feels as though this is similar to like this prepare to be astounded. I think you're going to be surprised at how you're received. I really believe that. Like, that's like a strong message. And at the bottom of the deck, we have love in spite of it all. So this is why I feel as though some of you need to just, like I said, take some more actions, put effort into things that feel less scary. So when you get to the scarier part of this, whatever this is, you're more equipped. You have the confidence. You've already built the muscle of that. So I hope that if this message was helpful, give this message a thumbs up, subscribe, all the things, and take care of yourselves, speak your truth. Trust me, it's not that big of a deal. I feel like this is bigger in your mind than it is in actuality, okay? In reality, okay? Take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.